Acne vulgaris is a common skin condition which can affect the areas on your body where you are most likely to find the biggest collection of the sebaceous follicles, which are commonly found on your face, shoulders, chest and back. Acne vulgaris is not choosy in who it affects. It can strike at any time of a person's life. The first question most people ask is why on earth they are suffering from acne vulgaris. The answer is quite simply that the sebaceous glands that we have in these areas start over producing the sebum oil that they make, and when the oil becomes too much it then clogs our pores up, which then leads our bodies to try and rid itself from this clogged pore, and the result is a raised red lesion that we all commonly call acne. Clogging pores is unfortunately not the only thing that the excess oil can do. It can also help encourage bacteria to grow, and this in turn causes more redness, swelling and lesions. People are sometimes surprised to realize that there are different types of acne vulgaris, and it is the way the skin reacts inside the clogged pores that actually determines which acne we end up with. For example, there are blackheads, whiteheads, pimples and cysts. Cysts are probably the worst type because they are more prone to scarring. Cysts occur when the inflammation reaches really deep into the skin. Unfortunately, it is probably the hardest to control and the most unsightly. There are lots of different reasons that the glands start over producing this sebum oil, and the most common reason is hormones, especially the sex hormone, which is why approximately 95% of all teenagers will experience an outbreak of acne at one time or another. Since it is hormone related, you can see why some females tend to break out in spots just before their menstrual period, and it can even happen later on in life, when a female goes through menopause. While acne can cause a lot of embarrassment to some people when they have a very bad outbreak, there are some people for whom acne is life-changing in the way that they lose all confidence in themselves, especially young adolescents who are at the point in their life when their body is experiencing so many changes and they need all the confidence possible. There is nothing worse than thinking that everyone is talking about your acne. With some people actually not wanting to venture outside, their social life can diminish very quickly, and they are left feeling very depressed. With this in mind, it is so important that as soon as you have an outbreak of acne, that you seek some sort of treatment to really get the acne under control. This can be done in many ways, and there are lots of creams available, and one that can help reduce the oil without drying the skin too much should really help. Daily cleansing of the skin is a must, but it is equally important that you do not overclean your face, as this can have the opposite effect and can promote the glands to produce even more sebum oil, which then becomes a vicious circle. Always pat your skin dry after cleaning it. Never rub, as this can lead to scarring of the skin. When applying cream to the affected area, again always remember to gently pat the area, never rub into the area. There are other factors that you can remember when trying to control your acne. Greasy hair lying next to your face can also help clog the pores, so keep your hair clean at all times. If you wear makeup, then opt for the oil-free variety of foundation, and always remove your makeup at the end of the day. Always clean your pores out of any traces of foundation or any other makeup. If after all of this you still feel very unhappy with your acne, then you really must seek the help of a dermatologist who can be recommended by your own doctor. A dermatologist will help diagnose which form of acne you have and will endeavor to find out which is likely to be the best and most effective treatment for you. Remember, the treatment may not fully clear up acne, but it should help reduce the spots, which will help reduce the chances of scarring. Even when you do find a treatment that seems to work, it can take several weeks for you to feel and see the full benefits. There unfortunately is no overnight cure with acne, and it will always have a chance of returning. Some teenagers who develop acne seem to suffer from it well into their 20s, but most should be acne-free by the time they reach the end of their teens. For some teenagers, it can actually ruin their teenage years at a time in their life when they really should be enjoying themselves. The most important factor with acne is not to suffer alone. You must seek medical help if you feel you are not coping very well with your acne, and especially if it is affecting your lifestyle. Your doctor will always try to help, and by referring you to a dermatologist you will be able to relax knowing that you are in the safe hands of the experts, people who will take the time to talk to you and answer your questions while also diagnosing. the best form of treatment that will alleviate your acne. While it may not eradicate it altogether, you can be sure that the treatment you are given will help reduce the acne so much that it will never have to affect the way that you live, and will give you back the confidence that you could feel slipping away every time you looked in the mirror and saw the unsightly acne staring back at you.